Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Trader. Myself Bala here. I welcome you all to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And this video, I'm going to discuss about my Google Sheet scanner, how it works in intraday. So second consecutive down in Nifty more than 1% again. So almost 400 points, more than 400 points in two trading session is gone from Nifty. Finally settled around 19,763. And now it's currently trading around 19,760. So 2 days back plus 20,000. Now within for 2 days, it's gone more than 400 and 1,300 points, 1,400 points gone in Bank Nifty. So due to such a down movement, so instead of getting we are a lot of put option which triggers based on our intraday scanner as well as our positional scanner, weekly positional, also a lot of stocks triggers, and we are nearing to that expiry. That means we are nearing to that expiry monthly contract. So maybe we are going to tomorrow is the last day for winding our positional trades. Why? Because of next week is about a expiry week, and the premium is very deal is very high, and also the higher margin for due to that physical delivery. We are not planning any trades. Why? Because of so high margin and low liquidity, and also time decay. So that is the reason we are going to wind up the position by 20th. And a lot of stocks which we find out today. So yesterday I have answered some questions regarding why we can't be able to take a first 5 minutes trade. That is also we are tried in today's live session. So if you have watched my live session today, and you will understand how that concept is works and how that risky also. But after 9:30 breakout, such a lot of stocks we got it, and almost 40% more than 20 stocks today. It's about an intraday scanner. So even a lot of stocks which we find out like ICICI, State Bank of India, and even M&M. So M&M on monthly positional that given our entry that was in stop loss trade from 60.4, and it triggers our stop loss. Maybe if you are using that weekly position, at least we can cover some 20 points. Look at this 30 from 50 because market due to the overall market is downtrend. Okay, and it is going to give you such a downtrend market. So mostly put options. So if you are looking for an option trade, and you need to select a stock with quality and liquidity. So Apollo Tire, if anyone who watched in the morning, 380 put option is the top one. But if you are taken at this beginning of this uh, around 9:15 to 9:30, before 9:30, so I will show you what is happening in a live session. So Apollo Tire 380 put option which you have seen, that was on top one. So you look at this, the first 15 minutes candle huge, and unfortunately it never breaks the high. But if you have taken a 5 minutes time frame, so it is giving you around 13 and went up to 15, again it came down to 11, and again it went up to 15. So such a big movement up and down which shown here, and we'll be getting confused. And even this scenario we find some stocks today based on intraday move. So one is about a 260 call option of RUC from 6.8, and it went up to 9.2. So more than 2 rupees is good enough because the large size of this stock is more than around 8,000 rupees. So 2 rupees is good enough. But it was a two times retraced at the level. First time around 6.85 to 8.3. Second time 6.85 to 8.5. But the third time, which is break the level, and it came down. We're simply following the method, so the condition which we have created. And one more thing, Maruti, which we are planning in the earlier session, is about 199 rupees. From 100, it came down to 85. Again, it went up to 130. So those 2 or 3 trades which we find out on our live session based on our scanner. So today's live session, it was got some problem and ended with before our live session. Okay, Bajaj Auto, which we find out if we are following for the first 15 minutes or 5 minutes, entry given 92, went up to 105, again came to that level, which triggers the stop, and then it finally zooms. So there may be a reason. But if you are following the first 15 minutes about to break, so let me go for a CIPLA 1240. So randomly, I'm just checking. If you are watching our Google Sheet, you will understood. So I just go for a 15 minutes. What I need to confirm, If the stock which came into the scanner 20.75 is not broken before the first 15 minutes. You look at this, the first 15 minutes candle, it doesn't break the level and 18.9. So 20.75 is our entry point. So the next candle 20.2, third candle, so around 9:45 to 10 o'clock only it triggers. And then it zooms towards 37. So a lot of stocks, because overall market is entirely down. So we'll be getting new stocks for a put trading. So it's not a big thing. But even though in these conditions, we find some options in a call side like REC that works well. And MCX, we find it, but due to the liquidity, we are not following that. In put side, lot of stock which triggers, even M&M. So those who are holding M&M, it may be triggered our stop loss. But in this case, it given me 1630 put option. We have already taken 1600 call option that got triggered our stop. And this one, look at this 28.65, where it is triggered around this point, around 10 o'clock. So maybe our stop loss trigger here, it given you the reversal opportunity. So now my student who understand how that benefit of 2.1 strategy, that will help us to 2.1 and 3.2 strategy in case if the market reversed back. So most of the people who are using for a naked trade, so you need to aware of that naked trade risk. Okay, so without knowing that naked trade risk, we can't play. But hedging always protect us in case of the adverse effect in the market. So those who are my students, we can just compare the M&M also. There is an opportunity. If you are doing hedging, at least you will be some protected. Okay, so that you should understand from our hedging strategies. Maybe if you are using a 2.1 strategy in those market conditions, we are making some money, so good money. Okay, so if you are naked also, but naked, the high risky, high reward trades. So if you are ready and if you have margin, you can plan that trade. So if you are less margin, don't go for that. So either you can go for a OTM, other strategies. And Kodak Bank, 15 to 29, 1780. So this is happening after our live session, but those who are using our Kodak Bank 1780 put option, right? So that we need to find out Kodak Bank 1780 put option. That is also triggered after our 9:30. It's about 14. Our breakout point is around 15.9. Whether it is triggered or not, 15.9 it never triggered, but that was triggered around 12:30. After 12:30, that was a great move. Okay, so we need to find from this list only an Ind hotel, which I have seen yesterday, but today it works well. Ind hotel 420 put option strike price. That sorry, I think yeah. Today morning we seen, right, because it is showing you some 25 rupees. Okay, that is not a fresh breakout. But as per our concept which we are using for to find a trade opportunity, we find that some three stocks. One is Bajaj Auto, Maruti, and RSU on our live session. In this case, Bajaj maybe stop loss hit, but after the stop loss, it reversed back. And Maruti that given you 20-30 points, and REC 2 rupees. That's good enough for an intraday. Even in the first 1 hour, we find some opportunities from here, and that was working better. And a weekly positional put option. So we have a lot of stock which moving, and Kotak Bank, ICICI Bank, and Syngin. I think Syngin is slowly not a liquid, but we seen Excite that was good, and Wipro also giving you some benefit, and Ultratech Cement 8750 267 to 384. So if you are going to check for a next week, the data will be updated, but we are not going to plan for either weekly or a monthly trades. Why? Because of physical delivery. And if you are holding any other trades, so maybe tomorrow you can wind up with that, because of if you are holding for a Monday, you need to pay higher margin for that. It will cost you penalty. So margin shortfall penalty like that. So better you can plan with. So intraday, so because I'm not mainly focusing for an intraday, I always focusing for a weekly and monthly positional. If you're looking at this monthly position, we have still now almost 15 stocks, more than 50%. But almost 30 plus stock which given you the opportunity. From there, we will find out some of the opportunity, only quality and liquid stocks. That's good enough for our positional trading, and that will help us to make such a big benefit from this point of Google Sheet Scanner. So intraday, those who are ready and those who are interested to intraday, so you can use it. But the condition already we derived, and already we tell you the what are the conditions which you are going to use it for such a kind of intraday trade. So only follow that conditions that will help you to make such a good intraday trade. Okay. So you need to track when the intraday entry came, So you can place the orders, and before that, you need to confirm whether the stock is liquid and quality. So if you are doing that, so it will be going to give you such a big benefit. And look at the SIPLA 1240 put option when it is trigger 15.6. .6 1240. So you need to check whether the trigger should be happen after here. 20, our entry point is around 20.75. Here already we have some other stocks like India is not a liquid one. Yeah, madam, SBIN 600. That one which is happening after 12 o'clock. So sudden spike. So from here 7 rupees to it went up to 16 rupees. Before that it doesn't move, and 7.2 is the highest level, but our entry is 7.8. So maybe in this candle around 12 to 12:15, it may trigger and it went higher, and it is a huge upside move on our stocks. I hope you understood how to use it in intraday. Maybe if you are using for a positional also, only tomorrow is the last day for our positional option strategy. I hope you understood. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions at all, just ping me in the comment box. Thank you so much.